On the day I turned 35, our home thrummed with the joyful chaos of loved ones. Colorful balloons drifted lazily against the ceiling. Children's giggles mixed with adult conversation, and the warm, sugary aroma of fresh birthday cake wrapped around everything like a hug. My husband, Tom, had poured his heart into preparations from dawn onward, quietly arranging tables, stringing lights, making sure every detail felt just right. Through every arrival and greeting, that gentle, steady smile of his never wavered. Tom was the calm center of our world, a skilled mechanic whose hands carried the honest marks of his trade, perfectly content with the beautiful simplicity we had built together. Our cozy house, our two wonderful children, and each other. My sister Jenna and her perpetually superior friend, however, had never seen him that way. For years they had murmured behind manicured hands that I deserved someone flashier, wealthier, more impressive. I brushed their comments aside every time. I loved Tom precisely as he was. Kind, reliable, real. As the celebration grew livelier, the subtle teasing started to surface. Jenna presented me with an ostentatious, sparkling necklace, announcing with a dramatic flourish, "This is from someone who truly appreciates elegance." Moments later, Tom approached, holding his gift with quiet pride, a beautifully handcrafted wooden jewelry box, every curve and inlay carved by his own patient hands. A murmur of genuine appreciation rippled through the guests at first. Then Jenna let out a sharp little laugh. "Ah, how rustic. Did you find that treasure at a flea market, Tom?" The chuckle spread quickly. A few cousins jumped in, poking fun at his woodworking passion. Tom's cheeks colored slightly, yet he remained silent, his gaze locked softly on me. I opened my mouth to push back, but the wave of laughter swallowed my words. The mockery sharpened. Someone gestured toward the window. "Look at that ancient truck of his out there, probably surviving on prayers and duct tape." More laughter erupted. Jenna piled on. "Remember when he fixed our kitchen faucet? Took him half the afternoon. At least his labor comes cheap." The room roared. A couple of guests actually dabbed at their eyes from laughing so hard. My insides knotted, fury at their cruelty, sorrow for the man standing so composed beside me. Tom stayed rooted there, hands tucked into his pockets, absorbing every bar without flinching. I leaned close and breathed a quiet, "I'm so sorry," but he simply gave my fingers a reassuring squeeze, his face unreadable. When the moment arrived for cake, the candles glowed softly as the group sang off-key but enthusiastically. I blew them out to cheers. Jenna, ever the self-appointed MC, shouted, "Time for speeches." Friends stepped up to toast my career achievements, my appearance, my supposed glow-up. Over the years, Tom was barely mentioned in passing. Then, without fanfare, Tom cleared his throat. "I'd like to say something," he announced in his usual low, measured tone. The chatter quieted a fraction, though plenty of amused smirks lingered. Jenna rolled her eyes theatrically and muttered to the person next to her, "Oh, this ought to be priceless." Tom spoke deliberately, without rush. "I've been in love with Sarah from the very first moment I saw her. She is my everything, the brightest part of every single day. Our children are my greatest joy." A few low murmurs circulated. Snickers hovered on edges. He pressed on, undisturbed. "I'm fully aware that some of you believe I'm not good enough for her." The undercurrent of amusement threatened to swell again, but Tom didn't pause. "You make jokes about my work, about the things I make with my hands, about the truck I drive. What none of you realize is that for the last 5 years, while you were laughing at that garage you loved to ridicule, I was building something much bigger inside it." The chuckles died away almost instantly. Tom reached for his phone, connected it to the television, and began displaying images. Early sketches, precise technical drawings, successive prototypes, and finally a streamlined, professional-grade portable mechanics toolkit, a clever, patented device engineered to revolutionize on-site auto repairs. "I received the patent last year," he said evenly, "and I sold the rights to a major automotive company. 7 figures. Audible gasps replaced every trace of earlier amusement. Jenna's jaw went slack. "Our debts are cleared," Tom continued. "The children's college funds are fully secured. And Sarah, that dream trip we always talked about, it's already booked and paid for." A profound hush blanketed the entire room. Every face turned toward him, frozen in stunned disbelief. My chest felt too full, pride and love crashing over me in waves. All those late nights he'd spent in the garage, all the quiet endurance while people dismissed him. He had carried the secret solely to give our family a stronger future, to surprise me on this very day. Jenna stammered out a clumsy apology. Tom lifted a hand gently, dismissing it. I didn't build any of it for your approval, he said, his eyes finding mine and holding them. I did it for us. The silence lingered, thick with the weight of regret from everyone who had joined in the earlier ridicule. I wrapped my arms around him tightly, tears blurring my vision, overwhelming gratitude flooding every part of me. In an instant, the atmosphere flipped. People crowded around Tom, peppering him with genuine questions. Sincere congratulations, admiration. Jenna quietly retreated to the edges, her usual air of condescension in tatters. Several friends approached us separately, mumbling apologies as the realization of their misjudgment sank in. True to form, Tom accepted the praise humbly, deflecting most of it with a soft smile and a shrug. Our children glowed with pride, bursting with excitement over the secret their dad had guarded so carefully. By the time the last guest said goodnight, the house felt transformed, warmer, deeper, more solid than before. Tom's few calm sentences hadn't merely quieted the mockery. They had rewritten the entire narrative everyone cared about him, about us. As we stood together in the suddenly peaceful living room, I pressed a kiss to his cheek and whispered, "Thank you for staying so patient through all of it." He gave a small, easy shrug. They laughed because they didn't know the whole story. Now they do. Our marriage, always rock solid in my eyes, now radiated even more brightly, unshakable and radiant. From that evening forward, family get-togethers carried a noticeably different tone. The casual jabs at Tom vanished, replaced by genuine respect and real curiosity. Even Jenna, humbled, began asking him for advice about her own car. My 35th birthday became etched in memory not for the decorations or the cake, but for the moment my husband turned cruel laughter into stunned reverence. His quiet words had hushed the room in an instant, yet they filled my heart with something permanent and beautiful.